maybe it's that one.
They're all one, and then
Huh?
you're going to be dark.
Darker.
Yeah.
Darker.
I took out everything above you.
Do you want to put tape,
No, because tape.
like to tell you where you're going to be for the camera?
What do you mean?
So like,
I paint in this way.
okay, then we're
Okay,
good.
it's okay.
Yes.
But it's not possible to do something for this shadow, yellow shadow.
It's amber. It's your light. So
I think.
Can we turn off? I guess turn down the overheads. Is that what you're like lower? Like
he
less?
doesn't like the amber color.
Oh.
I thought it
And
was
yeah,
a
I can
shadow.
shut them all down, but you're not going to see anything.
Yeah. There is a little chair.
A chair?
Yes, a little. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Oh, there is Anna Martinez to this book. There is, it's not her, it's you have to.
Yes, I was about to put it on. I can make
Yeah.
it.
I got.
Yeah, instructions. I need somebody on the second. Can I ask you?
Better? Worse?
Let me see.
We'll go the other way. Eh,
I use my imagination.
you're a genius. Just, I trust you
I'm not a
completely.
genius.
Just hold it up afterwards and be like, he sucks with his lies.
Cats.
gotta
long
get too
enough. No,
close.
don't worry.
How's the light?
Yeah, it's
Light is-
terrible.
yeah, it's terrible.
Very
That's what
terrible.
I'm wondering.
Take a look.
Yeah, I see. It's
Totally.
it's
Yeah,
yellow.
change the mood of the
Double,
goal.
yeah. And the discs, pretty low. No?
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah, it's not comfortable.
oh no. The,
Take a, yeah,
Exactly.
lose.
Yeah. You can't see the colors.
And you see the shadows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a theater.
So you see the shadows. Yeah. And the discs are low.
I need an escape room.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
I can paint in yellow and blue. Good luck. Very good luck.
You just push it.
It's like a
It's like, exactly. People are just happy to see things. Good luck. The best.
Is that good?
It's better. Better. but I'm waiting for Anna Massinissa.
She's going to.
Yes,
Oh.
she's gone. She's
More
coming.
perfect.
She's back.
That's great.
Because she knows me very well.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
adesso andrò a dipingere a lume candela io, perché hanno spento quelle gialle perché faceva degli aloni gialli bruttissimi. Però,
Qui ci voleva un faretto, no?
sì, li ho messi su questa stampa, però vabbè, se non che posso far faccio. It wasn't my little mistake. Yeah, together.
Then I stay there.
To drink? Yes.
So you stay with us? Yes, I agree because I don't even know where to get. What we will need, I don't think is possible. This is for the light.
Yes, I
Even a
just
table
told-
light.
No, più di questo non è possibile. No, I just talked to the technician. Yeah, don't worry.
Quindi è proprio
Sì, a posto.
scusa, se mettiamo un taschino di come fai a vedere? Certo, il video si vede meglio.
si vedono, vero? No, vabbè, questa a me non mi dà fastidio. No, ma così è molto meglio. Qualcosa vedo adesso.
Anyway, welcome, and I hope everyone enjoys the whole week that we have planned. And starting today, we have a wonderful artist for our first demo, Massimiliano Iocco from Rome. And I can't tell you too much about him, so we have someone else to fill in. But Massimiliano likes to do a lot of plein air, which is very exciting. And he'll give you an example of how he approaches it with spontaneity and freshness. So welcome.
So very well, indeed, this is our very first demo in Fort Worth, Texas, and I think it is the first time for Massimiliano also to demo in Texas. And if you want to ask something during the demonstration, you can talk to me, and we need Massimiliano concentrated on his job, but we can also interact with him when he gives us the opening. So, do you want to say anything?
Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Sorry, my English is a bit rude, so I asked Hannah to help me for the translation. You know, I come from Rome, and I think I'm lucky because Rome is a beautiful place for a painter. It's like a museum, so every corner is good for paint, especially in plein air. I like a lot to paint in plein air. I remember at the beginning, I was a bit shy. To win my shy, I use my hands free, okay? To be alone, to try to be alone. But my city is very strange because people come and leave out. And talk, you know, I have uncle on cuisine, on some other, a painter. Okay, it's okay. So start a lot to talk. So So it was hard to the beginning, but now is okay for me. I talk a lot with the people. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me, okay? And help me to translate if I have some problems with the
You
words.
don't need. Okay, so let's start.
Okay. This is a corner of the center of Rome. It's near Largo Argentina. I have a studio not so far from this place. It's very, very beautiful place. I like to tell a simple history, the life on the street. Okay? That's my preferred subject. What?
Turn the overhead lights off so that we can see.
Can anyone from the organization turn off the light on
Turn
the
off.
top? Yeah, the top on the lights on the people. Can it be turned off?
On the people? Ah,
I don't know. Now the volunteers are trying to find out if it is possible.
I like a lot to use Chinese brushes.
We cannot see it.
What? You don't? You can see? Hey,
We can.
what I can do?
Sorry, we can't help about this. So we have to take as it is. This is a theater, so it's organized to do something else. We try to do our best. Now, actually, is working with white, very clear, nearly white.
Yes, it's very
watercolor.
light color. I use this section is my opaque color, but I'm using a very light. How do you say?
He's giving this white color just to give the brightness to the paint, to the artwork. In a few, when Massimiliano is going to start to use the color, I believe you will see.
Believe me. After that, if there is, I don't know if there is an escape room on the backstage, it would be a mess. I have enough time to run away.
No, at the moment Massimiliano is using the white watercolor with just a very, very little bit of pink, right?
Yes, a bit of pink, yellow.
Very light colors indeed, to do kind of a studio of the subject, and at the moment I believe that is deciding where the lights should go, but still you can see the color, because believe me, it is nearly white, so white on white is impossible that the camera brings on the video. And the studio is doing at the moment is to decide where he wants the light. And by using this very white color, he has
You know my
given the limit. Yeah, I know how it works because I know him since many years. So he's deciding the limits on where he don't want the color to go. start to see the colors, but the colors are going to be very mild because Massimiliano works on layers. So at the beginning he will use a mild watercolor color, and later you will see later it will go on brightness, on darker and darker, darker, darker up to the very end when the darker will be very, very much defined. So just be patient.
No question, no? I'm asking you because I'm a teacher. I teach in my city, no? Watercolor. And every time people, please, please, wait. What is this?
Also, we have time, Massimiliano.
Hmm?
This is unusual. Usually we have 1 hour demonstration in Italy, and in Texas we have longer
More
time.
time, more time.
So you can use some time to give information.
Why do you use Chinese white in your beginning?
Chinese white.
Yeah, the white or whatever white.
You mean you are talking about the color?
At the very beginning, you mix the color with white.
Because the other color helped me to obtain more texture on the surface. Transparent color doesn't help me like the other color. I mean, like this, for example. Now I'm just to apply a clean water on the first layer of this surface, and it helped me to find some texture. Because mine is an old city, so the surface are a lot ruined, are not like here in Fort Worth.
Stavi dicendo quella tua, ma una pittura di sentimento? No.
Beh, il fatto che dipingo in plein air sicuramente non seguo esattamente quello che è il soggetto, ma quello che mi trasmette in quel momento. Questo ecco aiuta a tradurlo perché diventa un po' difficile.
This is very important. Massimiliano says that as he is a plein air artist, along his career, he decided never to paint what he sees exactly, and even the colors are not exactly the same. Rather, he is using an emotional interpretation of the place, of the situation that he paints during the plein air. So sometimes the color he changes during the painting, or he uses something else to give more and to work more and more on the expression of the artwork that must express exactly the mood of the place, rather than being a photograph of the place.
Yeah.
Something interesting to say about the technique that Massimiliano used is that he has done a drawing on the base of the painting, not all the artists do. And the drawing he has done is usually quite more kind of a studio of the situation and how to organize the subject on the paper. And later, maybe the drawing is a guide to do the job, but he will prevaricate also the drawing. But the drawing, believe me, you can't see it because it's very light, but it's very well done with all the proportion and all
I do the drawing like a very fast sketch, because I say usually to my students, when you start with a drawing, you have to think that you are not to start to build a jail for your next brushstroke. If it's too precise your drawing, you are building a jail. So I want to be free with my brushstroke. If my drawing is light and very free, will be free even my brushstroke. Okay?
Non vediamo niente
Non si vede.
this is the technology that we have. We don't have the magic to improve the technologies. So sorry.
Sorry.
No. Just be patient because next steps he will
Will
use
be-
a lot of color,
will
so
be-
you
yes.
will see that
Sorry.
you will see that he works a lot in dark and white, so you will see the difference of the place. Sorry that at the beginning you can't.
Okay. Just. Chiudo sta camera adesso. si dice, provo a forzarlo un pochino per...
Massimiliano says that he tried to force the color to make it darker than it is, to use more pigment than it usually does. Usually he uses the color very wet with a lot of water. Now he's trying to do something different than he does usually.
So if it will be not a good work, you are the guilty.
But maybe, as often happens during the demonstration, that there are a lot of difficult problems, always, believe me, then the artist experiments something new, and sometimes miracles happen, and they find a new way.
This time I don't know what.
Who knows? Who knows?
Okay.
Did you begin with wet paper?
In this case, just on the foreground, I wet a bit because the foreground is just per entrare nel quadro, quindi l'ombra è più morbida e poi man mano che vado verso il focal point diventa più sharp.
So he's using a lot of color on this side of the painting because it's the forecast, and so it is what you see first. Then, as long as he moves to the deep of the subject, it will be a lot more and more light.
What kind of paper are you using? Is it cold press, rough?
Cold press, 300 grams.
Can you tell us about his palette, colors?
What?
Say it again.
Colors.
What colors?
Che colori usi?
You are talking about the brand or colors?
Che palette c'hai?
Yeah, I understand. I have 10, 12 friends. French ultramarine, of course, Van Siena, Seppia, Rose Sienna, Cobalt Blue, Ceruleo, and a very bright luminous orange. That's my preferred friends.
I suggest that you on the very front go upper, because I try to go up and they see a lot better than you do, because you have the light in your head and probably the light is not helping you to see the best. From top, the situation is better, a lot better.
What brand of paint does he like?
I have many different brands in my what I corporate. 5, 6, I don't know if I talk about the brand, huh?
Le vuoi dire?
Che ne so?
How did you start, how did you become an artist, or how did you start painting?
Good question.
La posso raccontare?
I tell you why he's painting. I tell you his story because I know him since the beginning. Massimiliano is one of the artists who was together with me in Turkey in 2014 when we met Loren. And that time he had just started working with watercolor, so it is only 10 years ago. And he had a big, big passion, I can say. He was searching over the web about the artists from all over the world, and he was studying the technique from each artist, because he was searching and studying and searching more than studying his own style. And what I always tell about Massimiliano, I always say that he's the witness that if you want to do something, you can do, because he worked very hard on the technique that he didn't know. He had a good chance because he was very dear friend with Igor Sava, and Igor gave him maybe very few good informations that Massimiliano took as very precious treasure to be developed, and he worked hard in trying and never stopping to search to find his own characters, his own, in Italian we call artistic cifra, you know what I mean? It means that even if you don't sign your artwork, people recognize you. And I think that at the moment he has a very strong, very strong style that you can recognize suddenly when you see an artwork. But I think that Massimiliano has entered that research that is never ending. And in fact, I think it is, and I'm sure that you would say the same, it is the best part of being an artist, when you start loving so much what you do, that you always try to do it better and to grow it together with you, with your own life. And in a very few years, this is the best witness that Massimiliano gave to all the watercolor art. Maybe 2 or 3 here, he was already ready to be in the stage among the main masters. So he started from nothing 10 years ago. With Igor, he had some starting. Igor comes from the academy, from the Russian academy and the Italian academy, so he has studied the top. Massimiliano didn't, but in a very few time and with a good eye, a good taste, and a lot of time spent to search his own way, he has done. So you also have to look at this side of his being an artist, the determination, the will to do something and to do it his best, and to love it a lot also, it's very important. In this kind of painting, the emotional painting, it's not enough to know the technique. Sometimes you have to prevaricate the technique and to find a new way to work your own way.
Yeah.
see that now he's using more color, and the color has become less watering, and more thick. And he's still using the Chinese brushes because he wants to keep the movement of the architecture.
Yeah.
I've been hearing this many times when he talks to some other very important artists in Italy. They talk about the music of the architecture. And they don't want it to be still. Must move, must be must be storytelling itself by the brush stroke that are so moved and so imprecise. Have you ever heard about the Macchiaioli in Italy? It is the group of Italian artists who worked in the same period of the Impressionism in France. They are called Macchiaioli. Macchiaioli means that they work not with precise painting, but they work with spot. Massimiliano is using, in a very personal way actually, but he is using the same kind of building the artwork.
Anna, vieni a rispondere qui col microfono, così le persone sentono. Rispondi col microfono.
There is a light on the table because the light from the top is too down to allow him to paint. maybe the light is taking off some of the color, but believe me, I see it from the real. The color is not thicker than what, maybe a little bit, but not much stronger than what you see. Okay? It is true that from the first line they see less. In the top, it's quite the same than the painting itself. And yes, I respond to the other question. At the beginning, Massimiliano used some very light color. It was, if I saw it the right way, it was a white watercolor with only a little bit of terra di Siena. And he used it because it is also the base of the color from the place. But he used it because he wanted to define the building. It is kind of, he was doing the studio on where he had to use the light, colors, and later do the dark colors on the other area. I think all the artists do, all us watercolor artists do. Before to start the painting, all of us take a moment to understand which area of the painting we have to leave white, right? I think all of you do. And this is what he did. He was deciding where the light color should remain on the drawing, on the painting, okay? And the drawing he had was done by pencil, not charcoal, pencil, but it was very light, and as he said, was not defined like if he was doing a drawing, an artwork done by drawing. It was a sketch with
like a sketch, right?
with lines that were actually moving, but the geometry of the place was very well organized already.
Thank you.
The original drawing made with graphite or water-soluble graphite or something else?
I can't hear.
The original drawing, was it graphite, water-soluble graphite or something else?
Chi ha chiesto? Non ho capito.
Se avevi usato una grafite, tanto è la
Una matita normalissima. Ah, una matita F perché non mi piace che lascia troppa grafite sul fondo, quindi è molto leggera. Quindi è quasi come un HB. Un H.
He says he usually use an F pencil. Does this make sense in the United States? Because sometimes we have different F because he likes the strong one. He says that he likes that the pencil doesn't leave the graphite on the and dirty the painting. So again, in this case, his drawing on the base is the studio of what he wants to do later by the watercolor painting. dark, it's very pure, only a little bit of water. Is like working on, and the background is also dry, so it is like if he's working on dry.
Va bene?
It looks like Massimiliano moves from the left to the right. Does he ever jump around, or is it?
From the left to the right,
Yeah.
because I haven't.
Because I
come
didn't
a scrittura.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Sometimes I use the Lyra.
Che fai?
But I know how to manage the tonal value, so I can start with just this part very strong and then set up the rest of my watercolor to compare with kind of tonal value.
And I also believe it comes from the subject anyway, because it is the subject itself that
Yeah.
But what I'm curious about, Massimiliano, is do you do it on purpose, like it is rational, or you do it by chance because you feel?
What?
tu questo movimento lo fai razionale o lo fai perché ti viene spontaneo?
No, viene spontaneo.
Yeah. So he says that it is not a rational idea to approach the painting this way. Just comes. It is part of what we said before, that he used more emotion and less thinking. Actually, it is not, because believe me, when he was using the light colors and the drawing, he has made up his mind on what he was doing. He did a great studio, and probably it comes, this is my interpretation, I don't know if it is true, but probably it comes from this studio that he did before, that later he can move only by by improvisation. He improvise. Okay? Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yes.
To you? Like if he has already the feeling inside himself and he studied it and now he can go free.
As he was studying to be a watercolorist, were there any techniques or exercises that he found most helpful or any good resources he would recommend?
Hai capito?
No.
Se c'è qualche esercizio.
Sorry. was not my answer. I don't understand the. You understand the.
Se c'è qualche esercizio che hanno capito che stai insegnando, se c'è qualche esercizio che vuoi consigliare per chi deve crescere e imparare.
Yeah, you can follow my online lessons. No, I'm joking. Yeah, there are a lot of
He
good
was
masters.
joking, he
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
come to my school. This is the best exercise. But I think it is true. It is true. Because I saw some of his lessons, and believe me, I'm very interesting.
No, I like a lot to joke with the people when I paint. No, like now.
And you feel involved a lot, so
Yeah.
so you get inside the matter very much.
Yeah.
But I have an answer to your question,
Yeah.
because I know what he did. He studied every day. He was
Yeah.
painting every day, and it still does. And this is what many of the masters that I've been the pleasure to stay on the stage with say to all the people. Never stop practicing.
Come si dice, pure quando vado a fare la spesa con mia moglie, no? Cioè vorremmo comprare cose normali, però ogni oggetto, quello potrebbe essere buono per l'acquerello, quindi è sempre tutto in funzione dell'acquerello.
Yeah, this is very interesting. He says that all his life has been all linked to watercolor, and even if he goes to the supermarket to do the shop, the buying for the family needs, sometimes he goes around and he says, oh, this could be good to make a good watercolor, or this is interesting.
Not for food, but only for watercolor.
But this is true. This is the part of the meaning of being an artist. When you are an artist, you are, and you live as an artist. So every day of your life, you live every minute in relation to what you are. And he practiced a lot. He did before, and he's still doing. And he always tell to the people, never be shy, try and whatever you do that is not good, leave it and do something else and retry it again. And try to find the way, your own way and the technical way.
What masters or artists do you look up to? What are your influences?
Quali maestri mi hanno influenzato?
I macchiaioli.
About watercolorist.
You mean only watercolor? Are you interested on only watercolor world?
Either
Or?
way, either or.
Because I mean, we live in Italy, so we have influence in every step that we do all around, no? And he lives in Rome.
But by the way, I like a lot Sargent, for example. Sargent, I'm talking about the master of the past. Sargent or Sigo, Edward Sigo.
Sargent you have in the museum here in Fort Worth. There are two beautiful pieces, and he says that not only watercolor, but he was very much influenced by from the history of art from Sargent and
Sigo, Edward Sigo.
Yeah,
Is one of my favorite.
And I would add that he is very much influenced by the Italian Impressionism, that is not known as Impressionism, but is in Italy it is more known as Macchiaioli, because it was a community of artists who worked in the middle of Italy, in the area of Rome a lot, and they painted a lot of watercolor also, but usually they painted oil. And they used this very same style Massimiliano is using. And while Massimiliano was developing his style, one day I saw one of his paintings, and I said, oh my God, this is the same as the Macchiaioli is doing the same step by step, is doing the same development. And it means that when he has a subject in front of him, when he studied the subject, he divided it not in geographical area, mathematical geographical area, but spots of dark and white, light, and
Yes, that's all.
layer that overlaps one over the other. No?
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the colors of the shape, light and shadow.
Ma chiari e scuri.
Sì.
Important, he says says it's important to care about the light and shadows and
Light and shadow,
light.
that's all. Yeah.
What did he mix for that green, to make that green?
This kind of dark green. Sepia, green gray, French ultramarine, a touch of ultramarine violet.
Never pure.
Never, never, never. I prefer to use the colors that are inside just one pigment because I do a lot of mess inside my watercolor palette. So I mix a lot of colors. If they have just one pigment, will be 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1, maybe maximum 3 pigments. If they start with 3, 4 pigments inside, becomes totally a dual. Hmm? Huh? Speriamo che non scappa. Solo
Coming
italiano.
out very well.
Otherwise I go.
Wants to escape.
The light is very strong, so I have to stay in this way, just to understand what's happening on the surface of the paper. Questions are finished?
Hai quasi finito?
Eh? No, chiedo se c'hanno altri domande.
Do you have more questions?
No?
Say it again.
Ma ancora a me non viene. Tu sai
I
tutto dici.
didn't understand,
How do
sorry.
you know when he's finished?
Ah, dice quanto ti manca.
Mm. Why?
Per capire quando te
No, it's no, not so.
No.
I think 15 minutes maximum.
15
Too much? It's too much? It's too much? No?
C'hai tempo, c'hai se vuoi.
No, no, I'm asking you if it's too much.
No, he doesn't want it to be very defined. I told you, when here I can talking to his friends, to his talented friends, they talk about the rhythm, the movement of the place, and if you think it's something strange because a building doesn't move unless there is an earthquake. And this is what he's doing actually. It is all moved around.
I try.
Excuse me,
Yeah?
does he normally work that way, where he stands back very, very often from his painting, and then he comes back and works closely? Does he work at a different height, maybe a bar height with a bar stool, or does
No, niente.
Se lavori così anche normalmente, che stai anche con il...
No, no, absolutely. No.
che c'hai il cavalletto.
See, I use my easel
Yeah.
and it's a bit higher. Here is a bit.
Does he teach in-person class in Rome? In Rome?
Yes, he does. Ha detto se li insegna a chiunque.
I start 8 years ago, more or less, to teach for beginner, and now I prefer to the medium level.
They had a school for a period, a very well organized school, together with other artists in Rome, and many people used to go there to attend the lessons. But they do a lot of teaching in plein air as well. That is not so common in Italy. Usually teaching is done in schools or in studio. But usually he takes his group outside around, they go around in Rome and they paint together and he teaches during the plein air itself. No, Massimiliano?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just wondering, when he says that he doesn't want the picture to be too defined, is that an invitation for the person who sees to define what the viewer wants to define, to codify the painting? I don't know if I'm being clear.
You mean you want to know, to let us, to ask him to let us understand what is the level of the defining?
No, it's more a question of interpretation than technical. I'm just wondering that when he says he doesn't want it to be too defined, is that an invitation to the person who sees the picture to define it themselves?
In some way, I think it is, but this is my interpretation again. Of
Let
course,
me not translate,
no?
please.
Hai capito? Lei
No.
chiede il fatto che tu hai deciso di non essere un iperrealista, ma di lavorare in questa maniera che non è un po' meno non è definita,
Sì.
no? È anche un invito al pubblico a interpretare.
If you have my, se c'è il carattere simile al mio che sono poco paziente, mi incazzo subito.
No, non è quello che ti voglio chiedere. Se te
No.
puoi insegnare anche al pubblico a interpretare, è questo che lei chiede.
Ah beh, certo, sì, questo è un invito, certo, sì, sì.
He says, yes, it is like, probably it is like this. This is what he wants also to teach to his student. To be able to interpret other people paintings. Now we are entering the field of philosophy. But it's very interesting. Thank you for the question. But he does teach to the people to learn to interpret other artists' artwork and also invite his students to interpret themselves when they paint. So there are two different levels. The backstage as an artist and the front stage as a viewer.
It becomes a collaboration.
Yes. But artists, everything in life is in a way. Because when you communicate, there is a filter on the other side. The people that understand your communication understand through his own feelings, his own language, his own experience. It's the same.
It becomes almost like a dialogue.
And it is something that is kind of interactive. It's beautiful. It is modern art has used this a lot. Abbiamo fatto un po' di filosofia, Massimiliano, hai stimolato questa...
Sono contento.
Thank you for your question, very interesting indeed. We are not only talking about the technique, but we also talk about what is the meaning of being an artist.
see? Do you see it better?
Different.
Question is now, which one is the real one?
This one.
Posso lavorare anche così. Sì.
Says now that he says that now he doesn't need the light anymore because the painting has come to a structure and he can go on like this.
Can I ask a question about the sky? Is he gonna do more to the sky?
Chiede se dipingerai il cielo o se lo lasci bianco. Ci sta anche tanto bene. What do you want? What do you
What do
think?
you want?
What do you suggest?
What do you
Put
see?
your phone lines in.
Yes, maybe a bit. Okay. Thank you.
It is your fault
I'm not a
if
doctor.
we point together.
Remember, if it will be not good, you are the guilty.
So to make those lines, did you dried the paper first and then did just little thin lines of just water and then rubbed it?
The...
Hai provato prima la carta per vedere quanta,
No, no.
quanta
I
acqua te
didn't.
prendeva?
No.
Dice. No, he didn't do. No, io non farei tanto bene.
No, 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 infatti io questo qui lo lascio sempre tutto là. Perché se lo faccio troppo importante, gli do informazioni. Questo, this is like a theater scene, ok? My theater scene, una scena teatrale. My main actors are on the street. If I give more attention to the sky, be quiet, okay?
Thank you.
And the difference of the white with the color of the building is beautiful, I think.
So just a bit, you know, not too much.
Do you know if these demo paintings will be displayed somewhere that we could take a close-up photograph?
Yes, there is a special place in the venue where all the demos artwork will be held.
Thank you.
So at the moment it's completely empty.
Okay, thank you. It will be interesting to see it in natural light.
it's enough. If you like my style, I have several subjects here in my folder. You can see it. To look is free, obviously. And that's all. Okay. Aspetta un attimo, lo scotch.
I think so. Massimiliano, potete vendere, vero?
I think so. Yeah.
Ce n'hai anche altri da vendere. Yes, yes. You can save this and
Grazie. The leg is not so good, sorry. I try to.
you can come close if you like. Come close and then
Maybe.
Next time you will painting without light.
Was very, very difficult.
See all this board. I wanted to see your brushes that you use here.
My preferred is
Is that your favorite?
Chinese. Because
Oh,
I
the
use
Chinese.
like a steam,
Yes,
like,
it is Chinese because that's what I've
very
heard.
soft brush.
Did you make this one?
It's a kind of Rica brush.
Okay. All right. And you like using this?
Yeah, I use it.
It didn't damage the paper?
No, because 100% cotton paper.
Okay,
so
now you do
it doesn't care.
300.
300 grams cold press.
Okay, what's your favorite color?
I use Holbein.
Holman. Okay.
Most of them are Holbein. Rockwell colors.
Well, thank you for coming. Pleasure.
Massimiliano gliene si può vedere.
Sì, sì, sì.
Colleen, did you have him explain how to use that palette knife?
He didn't, no, I didn't ask him. Instead of using that. We have a question.
On the palette knife, the use of the palette knife.
I use the palette when the color is bold and very creamy on the paper. Otherwise, if I just dirty water, when I cut the paper, the water comes again. I show you something. This is wrong. No.
Do you use it on a dry paint?
What?
Do you use it when the paint is dry?
No,
Or
it's
when it's
one,
wet?
almost dry. Yes. I feel the right one. It's an experience.
From the finger or
Yeah.
from the back?
No. From the
eye?
When the color lost the brightness, the shine, it means that the water comes inside the paper, so the surface is almost dry, but not dry, so I can use my palette here.
Okay, but you don't cut the paper. You
No,
just seal
it's
it.
just like this. It's a good exercise. You have to
Okay, so do you use that for your lines as well? Or
Yeah.
just how do we pay you for these?
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
They're original for
This is
sale.
Venice.
Yeah, this is what. Yeah.
Beautiful. Anyway, they may be willing to buy your painting.
So are these for sale now?
Yeah.
Can I buy it
Yes.
from you?
Can we have selfies?
The price is written on back side.
Yeah, but how do I pay for it?
What?
How do I pay you for it?
Credit card.
Credit card?
I have my.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna see your charts. Sure.
Can I have selfies?
Yeah. the Pantheon.
Yeah, this one.
This is Madam. This is Pantheon. The Pantheon. Pantheon in my city.
Oh, it's beautiful.
You live in Rome?
Yes, I'm in Rome.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
This one. Yeah, his American website. If you write me a message, I don't remember now the name of the website.
I'm so eager to get this.
Nice to meet
Thank you so much.
you. You like it?
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you so much.
We want to
For me, is the most important part when people are happy about
we're happy.
my-
Want to come
That's
to,
a very important
want to come
feedback
to
for me.
Rome and paint with you.
I give you my business.
Oh, good, okay. Oh, Venice, that's
Venice, yes.
wonderful, thanks.
Roma. Sant'Andrea della Valle Church. Yes, you can take a photo. Yes, yes.
I followed you for a long time.